toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Southern Eagles, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Oregon State's offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort, because then he can really be at his best.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Beavers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Wants to throw again. He's got him. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
Now from inside the red zone. Rush is on him. They're working that left side. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Georgia Southern's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Wants to go up top. Finds his target down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's complete to the left.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Beavers are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. The lead now 6 here in the second. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Oregon has the lead currently at Autzen Stadium, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Georgia Southern in a hurry.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. And the Eagles have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun to give, looking for room. Across the 25, he's got room. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles! Lining up for the point after and the lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Quick strike complete. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll send the tight end in motion. They're going back to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give on the inside. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. And the Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Working that left side now. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Beavers have this offense rolling. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. A 1st down for the offense.
Trick 9B. Trick 9B.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Snap in the shotgun. Wide out trying to get it in. And he will score! Touchdown, Beavers!
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throws to the wideout. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Oregon State, 20, Georgia Southern.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a first down for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Eagles in the hurry up.
Good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He wants to change this route. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from there in Corvallis. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Reser Stadium.
The Beavers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Eagles moving quickly to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
They go to the ground. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down, 4th down coming from the 48. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Gets it out fast. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved him forward just a few. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Beavers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Beavers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Red pass, it's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drop play, quarterback keeps it.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. The 10. Touchdown, Eagles. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like... Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Third down play from the gun. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Beavers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Slips through the line. Smashes it with the stiff arm. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. They're working that left side. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They go right back to him. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Eagles come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10.
First down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Eagles. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Now they'll try the right side. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. And the Beavers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. back to the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter.
Oh, he's got some space. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Complete on the comeback. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Eagles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
1st and goal, Georgia Southern.
It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Eagles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Punts it out of the air. And he's still running after the move. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking for space. It's Bravo. Got the 1st down and more. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Complete to the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Beavers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the offense knows the task ahead. They're down 8. It's first and goal. They need a touchdown and the 2. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Beavers!
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense. Great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you got to go for 2. You got to dial up this play. Try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite 2-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
And he drops it. Just took his eye. Of it at the last minute. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Off play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Finds his man. It's long. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. The Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going.
I think the biggest thing you're probably disappointed in on offense is your lack of success running the football. And they've tried to give this guy the ball a few times in this game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. Still not a lot to show for it. Game really close in this juncture. And you just wonder how many more times are they going to give him a try handing the ball off.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Turning it on! 10! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia Southern!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
35, Oregon State, 26.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got a man. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires to the middle. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Throws toward the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. There he goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. And the Eagles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Still looking on the move. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.